Everybody, welcome to the Emerging You channel. Now, before we get started, I do want to do the disclaimer. I am a tax professional and enrolled agent, but I am not your enrolled agent. So please get with your tax professional before doing anything. Everything you see in this video is for knowledge and education purposes only. Now, did you know that billions of Americans leave money on the table every year when they do their taxes? And it's not because a financial decision or financial hardship or anything like that, but because they are not claiming their credits, they are filing the wrong filing status, or even not even filing their taxes. And the worst part about it, it's all avoidable. Today I'm going to break down the most common tax mistakes that's causing you to leave money on the table. Let's check it out. Are you wasting money on these top 5 tax mistakes? Let's make sure you're keeping more of your money this tax season. Tax mistake number 1, missing tax credits and deductions. If you're not aware that you qualify for any of these credits, you could definitely be leaving more money on the table. Some of the most common ones missed is the earned income tax credit, because a lot of people are not aware that they may even qualify for this credit even though they don't have a dependent. The child tax credit and education credits such as the American Opportunity Credit and the Lifetime Learning Credit. Now, before you try claiming any of these credits, please be sure that you are getting with a tax professional to make sure that you do qualify for these credits. Each of these credits have different qualifications, and you must do your due diligence before you try claiming them. Tax mistake number 2, choosing the wrong filing status. There is a huge difference between filing single and head of household. Head of household is definitely going to give you a higher standard deduction amount. And your status actually affects your tax rate, your refund amount, and credit eligibility. So double check and see which status you actually qualify for. Tax mistake number 3, not reporting all of your income. So side hustles or 1099 income cannot be ignored. If you're doing Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, Lyft, any of those, that's additional income that should be reported on your tax return. By trying to avoid them, the IRS can audit you and have you amend your tax return. So yes, the IRS gets all copies of the forms too. So just because you say you don't want to claim it, do know that those companies are reporting that to the IRS. So they are looking for it. Now, don't forget freelance work, interest income, digital payments. So interest income will be income that you may get from your bank. Digital payments, we're talking about PayPal, Cash App, because as of 2024 return season, they're actually sending out 1099Ks for those who are receiving money through those platforms. They're looking for people who are getting paid through those platforms for business or side business. So you do got to make sure that you are reporting those. Tax mistake number 4, missing work or business deductions. So if you're self-employed or a contractor, you have the right to claim deductions. And when I mean that by deductions, I mean write-offs that helps lower your taxable income. We're talking about your home office, your mileage, supplies and equipment, or even software and subscriptions. Do remember though, before you try claiming any of these deductions, get with a tax professional and make sure that you are qualified to do so. And keep in mind, when you are doing these deductions, you have to keep documentation. You got to keep records. You got to have receipts on everything, even mileage. You should have a mileage tracker helping you track that. And the last one, tax mistake number 5, filing late or not at all. So delaying your taxes and not filing on time are definitely going to have penalties and interest accrue. If you forget to file your tax return one year, You have up to 3 years to file it to get a refund. If you fail to file your return within that 3-year period, they still want you to file it, but you are forfeiting the refund that they owe you if you get one. So go ahead and get organized early so that you don't miss these credits. If you start filing or start gathering your documents early, that gives you time to do your research and get all your documents in order, do your due diligence, and see what credits that you may qualify for. Taxes can be confusing, and a lot of people don't realize that the tiniest mistakes can cost you thousands. And we're talking about mistakes like not claiming the credits, changing your filing status, and then you have penalties. You can call yourself owing. You can have a missed refund because you're leaving money on the table. All of this is very possible when you don't know what you're doing with your tax return. And that is why it's so important for you to be aware and informed on taxes. So I hope that these 5 most common tax mistakes help you to gather more knowledge on it. All right, you guys, so that wraps up the top 5 tax mistakes video. Don't forget, I do have the tax and wealth chat room. I have the link below. All of the freebies are below. Go ahead and get them before they're gone. And be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the video.